Christmas, motherfuckers. I just actually got in from seeing Claressa Shields' new movie, The Fire Inside, and it was more than what I thought it would be. Actually, it was better than what I thought it would be. And in this video here, I'm going to do a review of her film, and I'm going to do an unboxing of it's warm. I actually like this skirt and this jacket here. This jacket I got from, I probably should have did a different light setup, but this jacket I got from this African market, I think over a year ago. But yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing of some African garb that I purchased online via Instagram. I ordered it, I think, like last week, and they ship it so fast for DHL. So I have it here. I'm going to do some unboxing of that after I do this review. But I must say, yo, let me get my voice right. It's a bit chilly outside. But I must say, the film was more than what I thought it would be. I mean, I think initially when I purchased tickets, I'm like, okay, this seems like a inspiring film. I didn't know really much about the star of the film, right, who the film is about, Claressa Shields. I've heard of her, like, you know, a little bit on social media, but I didn't really know her, right, until after watching this film. It just seems like it was an inspiring film, you know, featuring black cast. So I'm just like, okay, this is the reason why I purchased tickets. And initially, like leading up to today, right, the film came out today on Christmas Day, December 25th, and leading up to today, I'm just thinking like, I was kind of second guessing, like, is it even worth my time? I hope this is a good film. I really don't want to see a film about boxing. Like, that's just not my forte. And it wasn't necessarily a film about boxing. It was a film about overcoming. It was a film of perseverance, of survival, right? And it wasn't, you know, your typical, because I think oftentimes, you know, people like myself, I'm a film connoisseur, so I've seen a lot of films, and sometimes, you know, when inspirational films come out, it can be like, oh, this is just another, you know, survival story of the hood, right? But no, this story is very unique, and it tugged at my heartstrings. I was just like, my heart chakra was so activated, even from the opening scene of the film. I was just like, okay. So that's what let me know what kind of film it was about, that it wasn't a film about boxing per se, right? It's like the boxing is, you know, it's the surface, but deep down inside, like, there's so many messages that just ring true, that resonated with me with this film. And the opening scene, they come in with the aerial view of Flint, Michigan, of the neighborhood, right? And then, you know, pan inside to her inside of the house. She's a little girl, and they're eating breakfast. The mom is preparing food. She pours them some cereal to find there's no milk to go with the cereal. And I'm just like, oh gosh. So that obviously sets the stage for the world of the film, right? For, like, this is a setting, you know, it's a poor family, and no surprise, right? She comes from a, you know, impoverished family, and with that, we know comes a lot of different struggles. And so I found myself just throughout the film very tearful again, like my heart chakra was super activated during the film, and I was just like, oh. The film where I saw it at the AMC theater on 34th Street, and so the theater was packed, was full. Sitting next to me was a black man, and I felt like, even though I think he was by himself, but I felt like a lot of things that resonate with me obviously resonate with him. So we both kind of had the same reactions throughout the film. I thought that was kind of cute. But yeah, I'm just like, with the opening scene, not having the milk for the cereal, and then the film progresses where she is going to this boxing. Um, she's going to the place where they do boxing, and she's wanting to box, but she's kind of basically faces rejection because of her gender. She's not a male, like, oh, this is only for boys or for men, it's not for girls. And so it's just like her life from the beginning, it's just about letdown, rejection, and struggle and heartbreak. And something that I caught on to, I'm not sure if other people caught on to it, but given that I do have a keen eye for this and I work in the field of mental health as a psychologist, it was very apparent to me that she had been abused before she revealed later on in the film that she was a victim of sexual abuse as a child. But it became apparent to me when she was at the, she was training, she was at the boxing place, what do you call it? And our coach, I think he grabbed her face. And the thing about people who are victims of sexual assault, even physical, very sensitive to touch, right? Like, there's an aversion to touch. Don't like being touched, right? Let alone being looked at, Oftentimes they're like hyper vigilant and just have this kind of tense edge about them, right? And you can just tell. And so I picked that up, right? And so when the film progressed and she came forward and said, that she was sexually abused as a child, I'm just like, bingo, right? It was very apparent because she didn't want to be touched. I'm like, okay, that's something kind of off-putting about that, right? As her coach, this is a man that she knows, right? She works with, she's being trained by, but she's like, don't touch my face, kind of thing, or whatever. So yeah, and then the film progresses, and we learn more about her story, right? We see that yes, she is a victim of sexual abuse. Her mom played a significant role in it because it was her. Sorry, this is a spoiler for those who are watching. This is a spoiler. So, center. I have my phone kind of sitting up on my couch here. But yeah, I don't think you see it. Sorry guys, I don't think you see it. Alright. But this will do, I guess. And so, where was I? So her mother played a significant role in it, given that she's raised by a single, mother. Her father, we learn later on in the movie, was in prison. So her mother, struggling, right, trying to do the best that she can, raising, I think, 3 children by herself. And she has these men around, right? She's having these house parties. There's alcohol. I don't know if there was drugs, but they're drinking, and it was disgusting. One of the scenes is Claressa had come home, right? And speaking of which, now I think about it, I'm like, she came home, from boxing. She's in school, right? She's a young girl still in school, has not graduated school yet. Meanwhile, she's boxing. That's her work, right? That's her hustle. right? That's what's driving her to become a better person, right? And make something of her life. And eventually she pulls her family out of poverty. And it's just like, she's working. But I'm thinking like, wait, I don't remember anywhere, or maybe I missed it, but you guys let me know in the comments below. Her mom, what did her mom do for work? I don't think her mom had a job, you know. That is crazy, but like she's worked, so she comes home, right, from work, so to speak, Claressa, and her mom has this, party. She got these men over, and the man's like dancing, and he's like, "Oh, come dance with me, come." Now she's a child, right? She's a child, and he's like, "Oh, dance with me, dance with me." It's just like so disgusting, and a reflex reaction, she punches him, just one hit quitter. She punches the man in the face. He falls out. Typical, right? In line with what we would expect from a unfit mother, so to speak. And I end up just saying reflexively in the movie as I'm watching, I'm like, you shiftless bitch. But typical what we would expect from a mother of her character, she sides with the man, right? And gets mad at her daughter for punching the man who is sexually assaulting her, right? And harassing her, saying things that are completely inappropriate for a man to say to a child of her age, or any child for that matter. And it's just like disgusting. And so from that, she leaves the house. Really nowhere to go, but she finds herself on the couch of her coach, right? And so the story just unfolds, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is clearly a story of perseverance, of overcoming, of strength, of survival, just of not giving up, right? It goes to show that no matter your background, which I know a lot of women can relate, I can relate, right? And I can say this confidently that I know when I was in school growing up, the statistic was 1 out of every 4 women are victims of sexual abuse, right? And I just looked up a statistic recently, and the number actually has, the ratio actually has decreased to 1 out of every 6. Interesting. I wonder if the Me Too movement had anything to do with that. But still, that's still a significantly high number of women who are sexually assaulted in general, let alone compared to the rate that men are assaulted. And it's just disgusting. So knowing that statistic, knowing that a lot of women are impacted by this grotesque act, this crime, the film obviously is very relatable, right? Not to mention, coming from poverty, right? And it's just so many different layers in the film without sharing too much. I've already shared a lot, but the film spans an hour and 45 minutes, right? So it's a very lengthy film, but every minute, every second is accounted for by great storytelling. And given that it's based on a true story, it's based on her life, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just, it's like every turn in the film, right, and every development, it just makes you feel more connected to her and just makes you want to root for her even more, right? When she eventually went out to the Olympics, and her first stop was China, and seeing that she would have to go there by herself, she wanted her coach to go with her, right? But he didn't have the proper paperwork to go along. He of course, he didn't have the money to afford the flight, and it's just like she had to go by herself. And she's still a child, right? And it's just like my heart, it was just pouring out. It was so warm just seeing that, but yet she went, overcoming her fear. She was afraid to go, but she went anyhow, right? And like, I think good storytelling not only inspires, but it forces you, right? It pulls you in the direction to reflect upon yourself, reflect upon your life, right? And like I felt like I was her from the beginning of the film. It was just like I am her, y'all. A lot of us are her. So if you guys have not seen this film, go and watch it, because the whole time I'm rooting for her, and it was a lot of times that she could have given up. She came very close to giving up, even to the point of going to the pawn shop, wanting to sell her gold medal that she earned, I think in 2012, right, the first gold medal, and she couldn't do it because the owner of the pawn shop just so happened to know her mother and called her mother up there and was just like, we're not doing this, right? But she just wanted to give up. And I like how, I don't know if this was like everything was true to form in terms of what actually happened in her life, in real life, or how much of it was interwoven with, just creative storytelling. But I like how the story intertwined her family and the support of the community, and how her sister, who became pregnant, no surprise, given the circumstances of her household, she ended up babysitting for her sister, right? She agreed to babysit for her sister while her sister had went out or something, and she didn't have any diapers, so she had to go to the store to get some diapers. And it just so happened that while she was at the store, she saw it was like a message, a blaring message that was revealed to her on the cover of a cereal box. Funny enough, and I like how the parallel happens, right? This is just great storytelling. I like how the parallel happens. So many different parallels in this movie, right? And foreshadowing, but it's like the connection of the cereal box from the beginning of the film, and then fast forward to this point where she is, having to get the diapers for her sister, her child, and seeing that if she did not agree to babysit, which kind of reinforces the importance of unity, that she would not have been inspired. But it was just like the on the cereal box, it was an image of, Olympics, right? And it was just kind of tugging at her heart, like, don't give up, right? This is for you. Come back, fight again, right? Don't give up. And so she decided to go at it again. She didn't give up, and she ended up going back, winning another gold medal. But I think that, wow, it's just like the way they did that. And granted, I think with the film, I'm sure it didn't cost that much money to make, but it goes to show how you can really get a message across with, not necessarily a big Hollywood budget, right? It doesn't have to be all these bells and whistles and special effects and all these things, right? Or, these A-list actors. It wasn't really none of that in the film. It was just, basic, good stories. It starts with a good story, right? And everything else kind of falls into place. So I really like that. I also like how, aside from the importance of community and family, because there was points where I'm just like, I wanted to say, oh, well, her mama's, no good mother. I did call her mama shiftless mother. But seeing that there was a redemption to that, right? And even with her father, who was in prison, he come home and he actually showed up when she was in training at the boxing ring or whatever, training, and he seemed like he was trying to be territorial over her, given that he wasn't even in her life, right? He had just come home from prison, but he was like, oh, get your stuff, let's go. And then the coach is like, wait, she's training. You can't just come in like that. Where have you been, right? And so I thought that was interesting, but it came back around where they were at a bar, and her father was like, hold on, bruh. It almost like it kind of checked him in a way, which kind of needed to happen to show, like, I'm still her father. And the fact that the coach understood right? Man to man, like, yes, you helped to fill the shoes that were empty, right? You can still never fill his shoes because you're not her father, and she still needs her father. So I like that part to show that, yes, there may be mistakes that happen, right? Like, no family is perfect. You know, there may be holes, right, within the family structure. But the fact that there was a opportunity for redemption, I can appreciate that. So I like the film. I like that it ended on a really strong, positive note, very inspiring and motivational, and it was just like, it felt like a win. It felt like a win not only for Claressa, but it felt like a win for myself as a black woman, as just for the black community, to show like, yo, we can do this, if she can do it, we can do it. And even though she made it look easy, it wasn't necessarily easy, right? Because a lot of times people, spectators, you know, from the outside looking in, want to judge and be like, oh, well, she did, I can do it. They go and try to do it, but they see that it ain't as easy, right? Like, you know, you can't only walk a mile in your own shoes. You know, trying to fill someone else's shoes, you find that they don't fit, right? Because every person, we have our own mission, right? We have our own destiny to fulfill, and what someone else's destiny isn't necessarily yours. And so I took that away from the film too, to see like, wow, she did it. How many more can do it, right? Yes, possibly, but then possibly not, you know? It's like how many people try to go off and become these, you know, well-renowned athletes, to see like it's not for everybody. She was chosen, right? That role was for her, and she rose to the plate and achieved it. And seeing that she came from a background that was obviously, you know, systemically racially oppressive, right? They didn't really emphasize that necessarily in the film, but you can see a subtle glimpse of it, you know, with the police sirens in the background. It's like, okay, it kind of reminder, it was like a trigger reminder, subtle, that, okay, yes, you know, it's still a racial context. Speaking of racial context, I also noticed how, and it was more subliminal, but it was still kind of right there in your face, where when it came to when they went to the Olympics, and all the way up until that point, you know, the coach was right there along the sidelines, giving her that punch that she needed, right? There's the voice that she was holding on to, you know, that kind of help her get across that line. And when they went at the Olympics, he was kind of off in the stands. He wasn't up close there, and he was like, wait a minute. You know, he's yelling at her, but of course she don't hear. He's like, wait, she don't hear me. He's with a white woman, and it took him being with a white woman to allow him to be ushered closer, right, so that she can hear, you know, she can hear these words that she needs to hear from him to win the fight. Given he wasn't there when she went to China, right, prior to the actual Olympic game and that happened in London, and she ended up losing that fight. So I thought that was interesting how they laid that in there, right? That there's like a subliminal kind of racial tone to show like, okay, without the white woman, so to speak, what is a black man, right? How far can we go without, you know, the assistance of white people? So I saw that there too. But overall, it's definitely a must-go-see film. I think it may appear on Amazon. It showed at the beginning that it was an Amazon film, but yeah, I was really inspired. I left the film just feeling like, I felt like I had won. Just like, yes, it's a win. You guys go see the film. If you guys have seen the film, feel free to share your comments below. Let me know what you think. And I'm about to go ahead and open this package here. She is based out in Kenya, East Africa. I found her on Instagram. Let's see. I don't like how, like, yo, why does it seem like it's open? Somebody opened my shit, right? I don't like that. But it did get here relatively quick. I could just go get a knife, but I don't really want to do all that. I think I can do this without a knife. Yeah, I ordered from her several times before. So this is not my first purchase from her. And I'm a return customer because I like the quality of her work. She is a designer. We got this. We got this. We got this, y'all. I'm glad that this film was released because had the film not come out, I would have known nothing about that story. To be honest, I'm not, I'm not a sports fan. So I would have not known anything about her story. Her story needs to be told, So I'm very happy that it was. Okay. She always puts like a little token of appreciation. These are earrings. I don't wear earrings. I've told her that before. I do not wear earrings. So that's cute. Alright, so I did order four different dresses here. Love the colors, y'all. I'm not going to try these on here. Or should I? I'm not. But yes, honey. Yes. I love it. It's just so unique. Oh, okay. It's a little different. The sleeves I'm noticing are a little different than before. I like. Okay. This is one of them. I like how she uses, like, she makes, like, the pockets in the front oversized. That's her, like, little hallmark. Okay, that's one. I want to try this one on. Oh my gosh, this is too cute. Look at the sleeves. Oh my gosh. This is just so adorable here. I like how she put like the little bow there at the top of the sleeve. It's just too cute. Oh my gosh. And the lace around the pocket there. Oh my gosh. This is so adorable. And then, yes, we're talking about authentic. Authentic, baby. This is authentic. Should I try one on? I really do want to try this one on. Maybe at the end. Let's see. pockets on this. Look at the color of the print. It's just giving. Sorry, my light setup don't do any justice. I wanted to switch up the setup that I already did for this video though, because I don't usually record in front of this brick wall here. At least on this side, I usually are closer to my my bar area, but maybe for 2025. Oh, I just realized so the sleeve is matching the pocket. Okay. Nice. Fold it this way. I like her service though. She has really great service, very professional. Make a clip for it too. Okay, another one. I love these sleeves here. It's a little scrunchy at the top. Get those pockets. Yes, I love it. Yes, I do. You know, I think I'm going to try it on. Let's do this. Let's try her on. I'm going to try 2 of these on. So hard not to try them on. Oh my gosh, yes. This is too cute. This is all me right here. Oh my gosh, this is too adorable. So adorable here. Love it. Alright, let's do the other one. I love it. I do like that it's loose fitting. You can wear this in the summer, you can wear it in the fall, in the winter. In the winter, you just wear long sleeve up under, long sleeve shirt, and I just wear some tights or spandex pants underneath. You just gotta layer it up, you know, in the winter time, but in the summer, you have your arms out, bare. Love it. Oh my gosh, this is too cute. Yes, this is so cute. It comes down to my ankles. Like, I love it. Alright, I want to get out of here. I want to go grab me something to eat. Not go grab, I'm going to order actually. But I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Feel free to share your comments below. I want to hear what you guys think about the movie. If you saw it, if you're going to see it. I give it 5 stars, baby. 5 out of 5. It's worth every bit. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.